You should never be afraid to go in a different direction. My biggest inspirations in life, whether they be radio hosts Colin Cowherd and Bomani Jones, or musical artists Kanye West and Steven Ellison, never just went with the pack. It's one thing to be great, but to be great in a way that nobody else is, that's special. But it goes beyond creating a great radio show or an amazing album. Challenging the norm is important if you ever want to create an amazing life. I see my sister following the same destructive path that my mother and grandmother went down at various points in their lives, letting a man make all their decisions. I see myself going down the same destructive path my father and his father went down, struggling to find peace with who I am. I'm starting to pull myself in another direction, but it's taken a lot of sobering self-analysis. It's hard. And it's especially hard because I can't create that better, healthier version of myself in my head. In fact, I can't create any future version of me in my head because the human mind literally cannot conceive anything truly new. But I don't need to. I've got plenty of photos of my dad to look at. So to go down that different path takes a lot of courage because it inherently entails facing the unknown, which is perhaps the scariest thing in human existence. Most people don't fear death as much as they fear what happens after death because that's the ultimate unknown. Those who've invented religions have preyed on this fear to gain power and influence for thousands of years. It's easier to say to yourself, well, when I die, I'm going to go to heaven, a luxurious place where pain doesn't exist, than to admit to yourself, I have no idea what's going to happen when I die. I may go to heaven, or I may go to hell, or I may simply cease to exist. And if it isn't religion, it's alcohol. If it isn't alcohol, it's drugs. If it isn't drugs, it's food. People will do anything to alleviate their anxiety. But there's a reason humans have this anxiety. Without it, we'd have gone extinct a long time ago. It's what pushes us to move forward. When you're comfortable, you're not going to want to change much. In a lot of ways, that drives conservative political thinking. Being rich and white in the United States is an amazing life, so of course you're going to want to keep all those benefits. But that comfort has led many conservatives to fall behind modern social thinking and attitudes towards minorities. Legendary tennis player John McEnroe once commented that his kids would never make it to stardom as he did because they suffered from what he called affluenza. That is to say, they were born too wealthy and thus they were never going to be hungry enough to prove themselves. Going in a different direction can mean a lot of things. It could mean sacrificing some financial security for a career path that makes you happier. 37% of Americans have never left their hometown, according to a 2008 Pew Research Center study. So it could mean moving to a new city that suits your personality better and will challenge you in the right ways. It could be choosing to not have kids, even if that rubs your family the wrong way because you don't think you can handle that responsibility. Whatever it is that you're doing, you should never be afraid to be better. At least, that's what I believe.